Hello, and I'd like to welcome you all once again to the old schoolhouse here in the village of Butterstone in Perthshire in Scotland for another one of our wee Saturday night half-hour concerts. And this is number 103, believe it or not. That's a lot of songs. I was thinking that was a lot. That's been a lot of songs. Anyway, there's been a bit of change in the weather here in Butterstone. You know that you can feel autumn. It's windy and getting a bit cold now, and you can feel it. It's getting the end. The summer's gone, and that the autumn is starting. And in fact, I noticed today a big V of geese heading, but they're heading south, and that's always a bad sign. I don't like that. It kind of always is a sign that that the summer's over. And so I thought I would start with this wee song of mine. It's an old song of mine, and I've done it before, but I just thought I'd have a wee go at this and to see how we got on. So let's just start off with this. Tired and troubled times, it's easy to feel afraid, and the angry young man and the castles that he's made. In these long and empty days, it's easy to feel a fool, and the angry young man will break every rule. But she comes to me like a high flying seagull. She comes to me like an eagle, she comes like a swan. In these tired and troubled times, it's easy to feel alone, and the angry young man don't know where he's going. In these long and empty days, he'll pull the curtain down, and the angry young man, well, he spins round and round. But she comes to me like a high flying seagull. She comes to me like an eagle, she comes like a swan. In these tired and troubled times, oh, it's easy to feel confused, and the angry young man, but he will not be abused. In these long and empty days, he's going to get it right. The angry young man, he's learned how to fight. But she comes like. We'll try one more time. Oh, she comes to me like a high flying seagull. She comes to me like an eagle. She comes like a swan. Thank you very much. That was my very, very, very old song. It was one of these wee songs I wrote in my early 20s, and it needs a lot of air, that song, actually. I must have had a lot more air in my lungs in my 20s than I probably did than I do now. Anyway, it's nice to kind of revisit these old songs every now and again, and kind of transport yourself back to the angry young man that made them. And anyway, I'm going to continue with this wee song, and this is to find the right guitar here. No, that's the wrong one. And this is a kind of positive wee song, and it's a song I used to play with the band. We used to have quite a big arrangement of this song, and I'm just going to do it with my acoustic, but I've done it before as well, and this has got a chorus too. Don't wait for me to tell you to join in. You know the score here. If you hear anything that sounds suspiciously like a chorus, we like that here in the Old Schoolhouse in Butterstone. In fact, we don't call it the Old Schoolhouse now. After 103 streams, we're now calling it a global streaming theatre, aren't we? Oh, please welcome to the stage the Tatty Faces. I forgot to, the wonderful Tatty Faces. And in fact, Amber said that she wants to do the solo in this song on her electric Appalachian mountain dulcimer. So we'll see what happens. Anyway. Anyway, before I do this, I'd like to just make a wee thank you to my daughter Julia and her partner Taj, who've been monitoring the streams for us for the last 103 streams, and they work with they work with a company called Fox. They look after the mountain bikes for the Fox mountain bike team, and they're in Switzerland at the moment, and Fox make the very expensive kind of forks for the front of these very high mountain bikes. And anyway, just before she left, she came and she announced to me that she had passed her heavy goods vehicle license, so she can now drive a class 1 a truck, because the workshop that they use is an articulated truck. And I saw the big photograph. She sent me this photograph of her passing her test in this big articulated lorry and big truck, an SUV truck. And she quietly said to me, she says, that should put an end to any of your backseat driving, when I'm going around with that. So, thanks, Jules. They're coming home next week. So let's try this wee song and see how we get on with this. We'll just try it. Right, Amber. Here are the changes we hoped would never come, and all the other great mistakes compounded into one. Heaven for the hunger, a poison for the pain, until pieces of the strength to dream are all that will remain. Are all that will remain. For hearts can never hide can never hide. Hearts must hold the soul and open wide. Had a little senior moment there. Let's see if we'll do that chorus again. Woo. For hearts can never hide, can never hide. Hearts must hold the soul and open wide. Unchained we run, unchained inside. Unchained we dance against the tide. He stands contented in the place where he has grown. He knows the light will fade, to fade into the dawn. His word is open, his hand given strong. He senses who to trust and who needs to belong. For hearts can never hide, can never hide. Hearts must hold the soul and open wide. Unchained we run, unchained inside. Unchained we dance against the tide. Solo Rama. Time stands unchallenged, the falling of the years. It weaves its shadowed shapes on all our hopes and fears. A heaven for the hunger, a poison for the pain, until pieces of the strength to dream are all that will remain. Are all that will remain. For hearts can never hide, can never hide. Hearts must hold the soul and open wide. Unchained we run, unchained inside. Unchained we dance against the tide. We'll try one more thing. Try it with me. We'll one with everybody singing. For hearts can never hide, can never hide. Hearts must hold the soul and open wide. Unchained we run, unchained inside, unchained we dance against the tide. We dance against the tide. We dance against the tide. Thank you very much. And that was Hearts Can Never Hide, another old song of mine. And that wee bit of a senior moment there proves to you all that it's actually live here in the Old Schoolhouse of Botterstone. It's not recorded and then put out. It's like lots of things are. This is actually live. And so when we're all singing together, we're all singing together, which is great. And I love that whole feeling of it all. And so I'm going to do this next wee song. I need to just grab one of the other guitars. And this is where I would normally do a wee song and get you all to sing the choruses, but we've been singing choruses all during the wee shows so far, so this is just a wee continuation. And I wanted to sing this song of mine as a wee kind of healing song, you know, because I know that today there's a big memorial for the terrible things that happened on 9/11 in America. And so it's for kind of like the loss of life, you know, the terrible loss of life, and then over the last 18 months for the loss of life that we've had with our pandemic, and all over the world, all the tragedy that this crazy pandemic has caused us all, and also all the people that have lost their lives, and all the crazy wars that are happening all around the world, you know. And I just thought it seems to me. And no matter how hard things get and how difficult things are, as long as you've got lots of good friends around, you can handle most things. And the chorus of this is you sing, "This love will carry me. I know this love will carry me." And so let's see if we can get our little global community to sing this all together. Maybe the vibe will go out and will help it a wee bit in the healing of the incredible kind of loss of life that there has been. Lots of innocent people and just going about their everyday lives. And so we'll see how we go. Okay, it's a thin line that leads us and keeps us all from shame, and the dark clouds quickly gather along the way we came. There's fear out on the mountain, oh, and death out on the plains. There's heartbreak and heartache in the shadow of the flame. But this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. That's what you sing when you try. This love will carry. This love will carry me. I know this love carry me. The strongest web will tangle, and the sweetest bloom will fall, and somewhere in the distance, oh, we try and catch it all. Success lasts for a moment, oh, and failure Savior's always near. And you look down at your blistered hands, as turns another year. But this love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. Give me a bit of noise, huh? This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. So these days are golden, they must not waste away. Our time is like that flower, and soon it will decay. And though by storms we're weakened and uncertainty is sure, like the coming of the dawn, it's ours forevermore. But this love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. Give me a bit more noise, come. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. With a few harmonies. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. This is where you sing it on your own. Is everybody ready? Be global community audience. Here we go. Choir, global community choir. Go. This love. Beautiful. I'm getting the vibe here in the old schoolhouse. Go. One without the guitar, because there's nothing finer than the sound of the human voice. Now, I don't know how this will work over the internet. We'll just see how we get on. We'll do it without the guitar. Here we go. This love will carry, this love will carry me. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. One last time. This love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love this love will carry, this love will carry me. I know this love will carry me. Thank you very much, and that's my wee This Love Will Carry Me, and I'm treating that tonight as a wee kind of healing song for all the loss of life which has happened in the last wee while. And I'm going to finish with a wee song which keeps that kind of theme going. And I was involved with a friend of mine who runs a wonderful charity called North Robins, which it's a charity which trains music therapists and puts them in hospices and things, and places where music therapy is needed. And music, I've always thought that music was magic. You know, it actually is a magic thing, and it's sustained me and my family my whole life. And it is magic, and it keeps you kind of cheery, and then helps you to kind of process emotions in a wonderful way that not much else can. And my daughter Julia, who I was talking to about earlier on, when she was a little girl, she used to, when she was asked at school by the teacher, so Julia, what does your daddy do? You know, and she would say, my daddy's a magician. Not a musician, a magician. And sometimes, you know, you feel a wee bit like a magician. Anyway, the charity is wonderful, and I was very privileged to be able to be invited down to Rachel House in Kinross. It's only about 10 miles from here, but they have this wonderful hospice for terminally ill children, and I was very privileged to be able to sit in on the music therapy session with this music therapist. And they brought this wee girl in, and she was obviously very, very, very sick, and she had tubes coming out of her nose and everything, and her head was held in this chair, and she had this kind of very blank, gaunt look on her face, and empty kind of eyes. And they brought her in, and the woman who was doing the music therapy started to play the piano and sing the wee girl's name. And all of a sudden, the wee girl's face just got lit up, and her eyes suddenly were sparkled in her eyes, and she was starting, and she was even reaching out, like as if she was trying to kind of catch the music that was going around, you know. And it was such an amazing experience for me, and to see that, to see it actually physically happen like that. And so I wrote this wee song when I got back from that wee visit, and a number of years ago, and we'll have a wee go at it now. I call it The Gift. She plays a little tune, it rings around the room, it dances through the air and sparkles everywhere. A simple melody, a gentle harmony, a door will open wide and you will run outside, oh, and you will fly away. For a moment freed from one more endless day. Oh, you hold out your hand to show you understand, to try and catch the light that's shining oh so bright, the blinking of an eye, so many reasons why. It's a gift from those who care. It can take you anywhere, oh, and you will fly away. For a moment freed from one more endless day. When time releases all, the great and mighty fall, and fortune fills the skies with magical surprise. A simple melody, gentle harmony, it's a gift from those who care. It can take us anywhere, oh, and we will fly away for a moment freed from one more endless day. Oh, and we will fly away for a moment freed from one more endless day. Thank you very much, and that's my wee song, the Gift, which I wrote after. And I never ever saw the wee girl again, or her mother, who I had been talking to as well. And anyway, but just one of these lovely little moments. And so that brings us to the end of another one of our wee Saturday night meetings. And there's been a wee bit of competition tonight. There's the women's. We're very excited about the women's tennis championship, the final. We'll see what happens when. Keep our wee fingers crossed over here. And but thank you all for joining in. I always like to... Oh, yeah, I've got to remind you that tickets are on sale for next week's concert, which is a 1-hour concert. And I've been working on a couple of wee videos from Lewis for them, which I'll show next week. So if you're going to get... if you want to get tickets for the 1-hour one next week, you can get them at www.dougiemacleanlive.com, and I'll see you there. And... I'd like to also take a wee minute to things are pretty crazy. Jenny's Australian, and a whole bunch of Australia is all back in lockdown again, and there's a lot of stuff going on around the world, and so I always like to take a wee moment just to thank all the NHS workers and all the carers and all the people that are, we all think it's going to calm down, but people are still working really hard in the background, dealing with this pandemic and all what it means. And so I always just like to take a wee minute just to thank everybody and thank them for doing it all for us. And I hope you all stay cheery and stay safe. Look after each other. Keep on smiling like a tatty face. And I'll see you next weekend, next Saturday. And have a great night, rest of the night. And Aichava, and I'll see you further on. Bye-bye now.